with a tag, and that's the thing. Sometimes it's that mix between shit, this is hot, I want to get it out the way quick, I don't want to get nicked, or to take your time and execute it correctly.
Killa Kela podcast. KillaKelaOfficial.com.
Instagram UK Frontline.
Beatbox created.
Killa Kela.
And we're here to talk about world music and street culture.
Killa Kela podcast.
Works. Present and correct, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Keller Dome, the Watchtower, central London, central as you need to be. This is the Killa Kela podcast, and big shout out to Graffiti Kings, taking care of business as usual. We have a very, very special guest. And so, bro, like, it's just this is those ones where it's like, I can do this. I can actually get the dons in. Ladies and gentlemen, FAUM72 inside the ride, DDS. How are you, brother?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm good. Yeah.
How's
yeah.
trouble? All right.
Trouble's keeping away at the moment, but yeah, I'm good. Yeah, man. Yeah, my leg's working, and yeah, everything's it's all right at the moment.
What
it's
happened?
all right.
What happened to your leg?
I flew off a motorbike. Well, no, someone flew into me on a motorbike.
Stop it.
Yeah, man.
Where were you? You were crossing the road or something?
No, I was riding down a road, crossing the road with a motorbike.
So,
unless I'm doing
so
stunts.
you were doing the driving?
Yeah. What happened was going down. Someone just cut across me. I went straight into them.
No
The problem was I was sober. See, if I was drunk,
Yeah.
wouldn't have happened. Yeah.
Right, okay, stop. I've got a theory on this.
That's what someone come to me with. He goes, Jay, you were sober.
Yeah.
It's not like you. He goes, if he was drunk, it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah,
I was like, fuck. I was thinking the other way. I was thinking, just as well I weren't drunk because of insurance reasons.
Yeah.
Chances are, if I was fucking high, I would have been all right.
Right, so in the States, right, you know what it's all about. It's like they get felonies for like things like drink driving and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And in LA, it's the most notorious place for drink driving because you've got to drive everywhere.
Yeah.
Right. I would happily get in a drunk driver with a drunk driver in LA. I just would.
Yeah.
They're like the safest drunk drivers ever.
Yeah.
Arguably more safer than not only the drunk drivers in the UK, but also drunk drivers full stop.
I don't know. My friend Michelle's a bit fucking crazy behind the wheel when she gets pissed.
Really?
Yeah. Does sharp turns, and if you're in the back, my friend nearly went through the fucking window. But sharp turns. That does this thing, man. It's like the whole fucking car. But yeah, sharp turns.
Kiss the corners.
Kiss the corners. Yeah, seriously, it's the can opener. Just go around, But it's weird. It's a weird one. But yeah, that happened. So yeah, so I'm just coming out the other end of it now. So I've just been quiet because. As I say, I've been on crutches. I was on crutches for over a year.
I think it happens with a lot of self-employed people, but it certainly happens when you're your own boss of your creative output. To be broken-footed or broken-legged, broken-armed.
It was lucky that I was self-employed and stuff like that. Because, I think there's no job to lose. So and anyone that knows me knows I don't really work anyway. I pretend to work. But
oh mate, you were done.
If I had a 9 to 5, well, I would have lost it. There's no one was going to keep me going for a year because there was complications and stuff. So
it's a lifestyle choice, isn't that? The not wanting to work thing, or is that?
Well, I'm thinking about breaking my other leg now. Lifestyle choice.
Yeah,
man.
Just to sustain this.
Yeah, sustain exactly. That was a good year. I'm going to throw myself out the window next.
Oh, I mean, the amount of conversations I've had with writers, particularly. From the London area where it's like the lifestyle of Graff and it's a vocation.
Yeah.
It's a real vocation and that 9 to 5 lifestyle for you guys is actually 5 to 9.
Yeah. Well, it was 24/7 at one point. I mean, it was definitely a vocation. It went on for a while, but that was the the fun times, and that was getting up. Going out, racking paint, and then going out, and then to rack. Right, so I just racking become a big thing. It wasn't just paint. I was racking everything.
Really? So
yeah, I mean, one of the funniest ones was I remember when I got arrested a few times for racking. I was just stealing anything. I think it was a fisherman's hat, a fucking tool belt. It was embarrassing. This guy that got me is built like a brick shit house. I couldn't get away from him. He couldn't fit through that door. And seriously, man, I think he was because I would always end up getting these fucking conversations with security guys like his mates, and I'm thinking I didn't want to be here. And he's like, "Oh man, I'm kind of UK Mr. Universe." I shit you not, the guy was fucking massive. And then and he goes, well, what do you want with this gear? And I said, I don't know. I don't even. I don't know whether I kind of bear. So I couldn't nick the paint, so I just nicked this because the paint was hot. But it's fucking fisherman's hat. What the fuck do I want with that? Yeah, but so it's just useless shit. But racking was the whole 360 of getting up, going out, but getting the paint, finding somewhere to paint. And definitely as time went on, and then it started getting real heyday was when we started getting into booze big time and fucking raising booze. And then
was there any other thing? I mean, like take the fisherman's hat and the rod and that. This is kind of fisherman's hat. Is this the kind of thing, right? Yeah. Just for my own clarity on the raising game, like, is that with a view to selling it on?
No, it's a buzz of just fucking stealing stuff.
How do you live?
Businessman.
As a writer?
I was at home a lot. I mean, I did. Well, saying that I moved out. I moved out in my 20s. But then again, I was, fucking housing. I was, so I was just on the fucking signing on, housing, and then any other little bits and pieces. I wasn't selling shit. I don't know how I got along. To be honest,
it's crazy because I was the same with music.
Because I never sold. I didn't sell the shit I was nicking. And I used to have this fucking cabinet full of shit, like fucking click cameras and trainers and all kinds of bullshit. And actually, half of it just used to stay there. Friends used to come around and go, "Do you want this?" Go, "Oh, fucking have it."
Chuck it in there.
Yeah. And it's just
Teach would say that. Teach told me about a few stories where he's just like, vegan XYZs of like things that were just nabbed, and it's like, what the fuck am I going to do with vegan bread? You know what I mean? It's just take it, whatever, fuck yeah. I went more for bits of goods and stuff like that. I mean, say you was out, you might sort of take a fucking sandwich or some bits and bobs, but I wasn't raising to the extent of food and that. But just going to B&Q. I used to have this long. It was a ridiculous shoplifting jacket. It literally come down past my knees, a fucking puffer. And he had the B&Q, and he goes to these places so much, it makes me laugh now. He'd all go, "You all right, Sharon? How you doing?" She's like, all right, whatever you got, so you go, "All right, yeah," and know your face, and go in there, and you come out, and he's, right angles coming out of it, like fucking jack, he's got a metal Mickey chest. They're kind of moving like that, a little bit left to right, bulky.
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, I'm sure I'm taking a piss now. See you later, Sharon." Going out. It's ridiculous. And I was like, bathroom mirrors and fucking, like, just ridiculous shit. Dimmer switches. Like, what the fuck do I want dimmer switches? I've actually still got dimmer switches in my cupboard.
Wow.
Never used them.
Wow.
They're brushed, not the shiny ones, the brushed ones, the real expensive ones.
I mean, we're talking in hindsight now, in retrospect, but with all jokes aside, this was definitely like a time of that. Like, that's a lifestyle thing for a lot of writers, isn't it? That's
the
really
racking, the paint, going out, finding places, going on the line. It was just a continual will, going out, seeing other writers, say painting, or going saying that, or going around people's houses. There was a couple of houses that we used to frequent all the time and just get fucking stoned, and say we were going to do a load of shit and then get stoned and not do it. Or maybe and do it. There was some great missions as well, but like
because every night is a potential opportunity, isn't it? If you're out, you can be out whenever you want with that lifestyle.
Wake up whatever time, 3 in the afternoon. Yeah. It definitely went dark. It's just dark, perpetual darkness going out. That kind of stuff.
Do you guys get used to it? Do you reckon you guys get used to the darkness and kind of painting?
There's a comfort in it. I couldn't do it now, but there's a little comfort in it in a way. It's funny actually. It's really
because you're coated in the black.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really weird. Yeah, it's kind of, I suppose, just a different energy. You just go out there. It's really weird. It's funny. It's really, I get nostalgic about it now. I never really thought about it for a while.
That's cute, isn't it?
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
I have that with a lot of things.
Yeah, I've not thought about it. You're just waking up. It's dark, and then you go out, and and that's it, man. Till 4, 5, 6 next morning, and come back.
What's that feeling when the sunrise? I mean, you must have had these moments of like total and utter bliss, and then you see the sun rising. What's that feeling like when?
Yeah, it's good. Depends where you are. I mean, it depends. You just fucked up at someone's house, or many a time being in the yard, the sun's coming up, and you're like, yeah, that's nice, and something's gone well. Or you're walking back from somewhere, maybe through the city or whatever, and the sun's coming up, and you've had a good night. It's nice. It's nice.
Let me back up for a second just to explain to the people, because some people ain't from London. A lot of them come from other places to check out the podcast. So FAUM72, man, like one of the original London Graffiti DDS members, and a writer in his own right. As like, I mean, the 72 in itself. I have so many different conjured images of where they are and how you did them, and because really ran parallel to everything that I was doing in music in my childhood, bro. Yeah. Like it's almost like a comforting thing that when I landed back home in London, I would see it. Yeah. Okay, there it is. Or there's a cos, or that, you know what I mean? Like these are the fundamental things that people remember, isn't it? Like, was that always the idea? Because 72 being, even its shape, even them two things together, like there must have been like a real, you must have knew straight away, you're like, this is the one.
You know what? It's more, it was easy. It's a throw up. It was easy. I mean, I hate the form. I fucking hate it. I never.
Don't you? You don't like it, no?
No, I fucking hate it.
It's got the two angles.
Yeah. I mean, it's right, but for years, what the fuck am I doing with this? But it went past the point of no return. It's just like, I'm gonna stick with this shit, man. You know what?
Bro,
fuck it. And I try and get, try it. And it's kind of become now like anything. It's like an old pair of fucking shoes you've got to like. Originally they were a little bit square, or they were a little bit something wasn't right with them. Had 4 stripes instead of 3. And then so the 72 was just easy. So you just bang 72, 72, 72, 72, and that was a thing. And so it's just more of a laziness. No, and I do like the number for some weird
when
reason.
You see, for instance, when you see 10 or force on them guys, not necessarily with reference to the number, but the kind of bubble loose funk to it, man. That you totally own that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I can see that definitely with the force stuff and whatever. They kind of, God knows. I mean, everyone. I'm a big believer in. It'd be nice to know. If I spoke to them and say, yeah, actually, I did get a little bit of my flow from you. I'd be like, oh, nice one, man. But man, at the same time, many a times, man, I've come up with ideas and completely had no idea about somebody else has had a similar idea. People looking at you, you fucking bit that. I'm like, I really didn't. They're like, yeah, you did.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I really didn't. Yeah, you did. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, I mean, I fucking didn't, man. But shit happens. Yeah, and so yeah. I mean, but yeah, there's a couple of different ones where I look at it and I think, wow, it looks fucking similar. It's fine, but it's. Man, it's happened a lot in the graph game as well, and that's the thing, we get stuff off other people, and the thing is, I don't believe much in biting as such. It's just more the fact of, I don't know, man. I think paying homage.
Homage is
man.
You do. I think people do in general. Like when I think back at the time when I was like arguing the toss with people of like what my reference points were and what inspires you. You always swear blind. No. Yeah. But as you get older, you realise, I did actually. There was a little bit of influence there. Because if it wasn't for that, then I wouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, man. And as for the person, I mean, it stems from way back from battling days and stuff, which is, it was important. Where people were like, you fucking bit this shit, and we really was back in the day, man. People wanted to keep it to themselves, whether it was a record name or whether it was a star. That's mine. It's not yours, and it's funny. I think things have changed. So I suppose different people, things are changing up to a point. It's like, oh man, if you like it, fucking have it, And actually, kind of the way I see it is kind of like, wow, if you think it's any good and you like it, I quite like that.
That's great, yeah.
Yeah, great. I mean, otherwise people are like, fucking shit, I wouldn't touch it on a budge pole.
That's
a pile of shit 70 you're doing. So, okay, fair enough.
I can't imagine that ever happening, to be fair.
No, but well, I don't know. I mean, if I laugh at this shit,
let's look at the comments afterwards.
I laugh. Sometimes, definitely, if it depends on the state of mind I'm in, and look at it, I'll be, oh, fuck, man. I always remember, funny, I said when I'm coming up here and I see that Asset 72 thing, and I always remember if ever I'd done stuff with him, and he'd be like, fuck, man. He'd be like, I want to neaten this up for you, man. I want to neaten this up, because I'd be there. I'd always get fucking trashed with him anyway, so I'd be there. So he goes, and bless him, and he'd always stick behind a bit later, fixing my outline and fixing that. Can't leave it like that. You can't.
Oh, bless him. Hold tight, Asset. Rest in peace, Asset.
Yeah. My man.
You were very close to him, weren't you? You were super close to him.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. And we got lots of good stories with him, man. As I say, it just come to mind because I come past on the bus. I ain't seen that. I've not seen that in the daylight. That thing there since doing it. I do that a lot with stuff. I don't unless it's somewhere I go regularly and do something. I don't see it again.
Whereabouts is that in Queen's Park?
Just across the road from the actual station.
Oh.
So if you know,
Oh,
because
yeah,
on
I've
the
seen
bridge,
it, yeah.
and he's straight over the box. And
Yeah,
he's got a
I
Daz
see it.
next to it.
Yeah,
I
I
think
see
he
it.
started it with Daz.
Yeah.
And then he went there to finish it. I happened to be there. He's like, "Come along, there's space on the end." And so I went down there and done that.
Yeah, hold tight, Daz F24. Anyone that's not checked out that podcast as well, it's a fuego. Let's go back. Let's
Yeah.
take it back.
Yeah.
Let's go back to as a child.
Yeah.
From early doors of checking out Graff.
Graff, yeah, man. I mean,
Where are you originally from? Are you from
Tufnell Park.
Tufnell Park, North? Yeah.
North London. And so early, I mean, shit. I mean, Holloway was fucking nuts. I mean, you know, like Shoe 2, this guy called Rees, you had NLA Robbo, North London Arts, Sub, of course.
Hell yeah.
You know, they've always been a constant. I mean, it's like lots. Was it Reach 2? Reach 2. There's lots of different people. Carl.
Bro.
And, you know, so they were sort of people down. Used to go down there, and there used to be a place called DLR. And I remember kind of going over. And it was an old shed, a disused shed on the Finsbury Park line. I used to go up there, and it was battered. It was like, you know, one of the ones where you, as a kid, just smash the fucking windows and paint and whatever. And so yeah.
So how old were you at that time, roughly?
Must have been about 13, I'm guessing.
Oh, so you were an early starter. You were.
Yeah, man. I mean, I got into Graff probably just on the back end of junior, just before going into secondary school.
Christ, wow,
Yeah,
early doors,
yeah.
man.
And I don't know. The thing is, it's weird because it was before Subway Art came out. When Subway Art came out, I mean, that's a game changer.
That was a game changer, yeah.
But it's really weird. This guy called he used to write sketch at school, and he does. I don't know if you remember the Unity Jams.
Yeah, I do. Oh, cool,
Do
yeah.
you ever remember the elk piece? It had the pieces next to the angel and the devil next to it.
Dude, totally.
Yeah. Well, that Seika, he got me into Graff. Well, he got me into Graff, but he was a massive influence, man. I mean, because we used to be there, and he was always
Them Unity
been
Jams
amazing.
used to be biblical.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And so he was like fundamental in the early. He used to do these. Always been amazing at characters. I mean, but he used to throw up these characters, and that he's a character man.
Wow.
And so yeah, basically he was a real influence. But that was in Ellis when I was there, and another guy called Ruben used to do these fucking these called crazy style, hilarious, like wild style, but it's called crazy. He made it crazy style. He's fucking. It was pretty cool. I'd love to have photos of these things. I've got nothing. Literally, I was not a photo person.
So if you're out there and you have these photos, you know it.
Yeah. Send them in.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, so you know that was early school time, and then so I started really writing with this guy called Care, not the West London Care that some people know about, but it's another Care. You them days as well, you kind of isolated unless you was really in it. I remember you kind of didn't know unless you was really travelling around. And so
There was a couple of Cares, wasn't there?
Yeah,
I know. I got a mate.
but he was bad, man. I tell you what, he had a wicked hand style. He could, tags wise, he was amazing. I think he's better than the original Care personally, but. We was kind of small time, and we were just around just North London and stuff, Archway, Holloway, stuff like that. But they were fun times, real fun times. You're going out exploring, trying to, just go. First time you're going up to High Barnet Yard and getting in fight. Them days the yards didn't have fucking fences; they had like bloody trellises on them and stuff like that.
So not you could just
a garden.
Wow.
They had fucking wooden fences.
No way.
Yeah, man. And so what I used to do was just wait around because we didn't have the balls to go in there sort of daytime and shit like that. I mean, you had Sub and people like that. They took the piss. They used to go in there and Cope. There's another guy with Cope from Archway.
Wow.
And so he used to go up there and they'll be in there daytime just doing shit. I mean, we used to probably, I don't know how the fuck.
Liberties, that's crazy when you think about it.
Yeah, man, kids just running around, and the thing is, I suppose that's the thing, they'll chase you, but just chase you out. And I think it's not that it wasn't so bad that they might call the police, but the police are going to take a while to come. You're out there, you know. But yeah, we used to do all-nighters. And we used to go there and yeah, they used to have to knock out the little boards underneath the wooden fence. I mean, you could have climbed over it. I mean, it was much more higher than that, but to go underneath, wait for the cleaners to go, and then you'd have all 7, 8 trains there, and you just help yourself. But,
so that was what era? That year was that?
Must have been 85, 86.
Wow,
Must
so
have been
this
85,
was
86
like
because I still I didn't leave Tufnell Park till 88. So yeah, it's a few years. I'd say about 86.
As a kid, that must have been quite liberating. The idea of like London being as big as it was, and you'd only known a certain, but working out the lines and being able to have a reason to go out and do things.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have much of a clue then, to be honest with you, working out the lines and stuff like that. I mean, that because being on Tufnell Park, Highgate didn't exist then. That didn't open up again till years later.
Really?
Yeah, Highgate was shut. That was just a dead yard for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you had Edgware. Never done Edgware for some reason.
Never?
No, man, never ever went in there.
I heard that was a bench for a lot of DDS back in the day, no?
Golders Green. No, not Golders Green.
Farringdon.
Farringdon. Farringdon used to hang around there a lot, and I mean, I did do Farringdon early. PIC took me there. I bumped into him one day and just ended up tagging around with him for the day. And it was actually a weird. It wasn't Christmas. I know it wasn't Christmas, but for some reason, when we went in there, that fucking yard was smashed. I mean, it was like Casby. There was noise, like all NWA stuff in their shoe, but to the point of where it was hard to fit a tag in. I mean, I'm not even talking about this.
The fuck.
I mean, there's still classic photos from that event. There's online. You see the Casby pieces and that, and you'll see a little form thing up there. I was finding it hard to put a tag. That's how bad it was to find a place to put a tag. But yeah, so he used to come in by this door off the street and go down. It was I'm not sure if that's through the car park. I mean, it's all but that's the first time I'd done. It was a different beast down in them days. There was no fences, no nothing. Yeah. It was just you come down onto the BR tracks and walk straight across. There's no fence.
Wow.
So yeah.
When we talk about glory days,
yeah,
there must have been like a real turnaround of events in their minds when they saw how much tagging was going on. That's probably what spurred there was an immediacy, wasn't there? Like an immediate public reaction to like this shit. But it was unstoppable by then.
By 88, everyone was writing. I had mates who weren't even into Graff and they had a fucking tag. Mm-hmm. So it just got fever pitched. I think Tufnell Park. It was in the newspapers. It was one of the most bombed. The North platform going back up to Barnet. It was fucked, man. I think it's like we used to go to South London. Always South London was extra. You go to the buses, so you get on the bus, and then from the back window, it's like a fade. It was black and red and blue. For the tags, yeah. And then as it got through to the middle, because you used to have the mirror thing that went up, and maybe the bus driver could see, so they wouldn't go to the front because you never know. And so the back was split, and it kind of faded out around there. But it was, and I'd be like, "Fuck, South London was bonkers, man." They Graff wide, but they did. 88 was fever pitched, and and then in the end, they was like, we can't hack this. We need to change shit. And I think a lot of different things happened, and then 89, 90, it quietened down a hell of a lot.
Was would you say? I guess Zom was probably the same era as you.
So, Zombie. He was probably he was much more active when I was say in the 80s, my early days. He was more active. I mean, him in event and stuff like that. He was smashing it right. And so he was TKS. I'm not sure what crew he was running with back then. Yeah, to Total Chaos. I don't know. I'm not sure. Might come back to me. But he was. He was over south. Not so much. I don't know so much more. But then again, saying that, there's loads of stuff, man. I was just saying, I didn't know what I was at that time. I didn't know what I was doing, but he's much more active, man. Him in an event, smashing it. I mean, he's one of them fucking constants. There's a few people. No, it's not really that many anymore. He's one of them few people that's constant, and he has, from all the way from then to now, smashing it.
Yeah, it's
You know?
amazing. No, I was
Yeah.
just trying to get my reference points
Yeah.
because from previous podcasts as well. It's what I'm really loving is the tapestry of it all, you know,
Yeah.
and just getting the real finer details about at what point certain events happened and whatnot.
Yeah.
When did you get into DDS?
DDS started not about 93 or
So
whatever.
you were from the inception of DDS. You were.
I remember when Shu come through the door, because what happened was Sub was in prison. So Sub was in prison, and then for some reason, you know, but because I used to see Sub before he went into prison. He come out of prison, and then I remember getting stones up at my window, and it's like, the fuck? And so from then on, we used to hang out a lot. Me and Sub were like, alright. And remember the day Shu come through, and he was just like, he purple haze. He just loved puffing. He'd go, got an idea. Put DDS up, and like he just got this idea. And he's like, and me and Sub looked at each other, was like, yeah, all right, yeah, all right, yeah,
Wow.
yeah, man,
Wow, that's crazy.
yeah.
So how many of you was in initially? The original.
No, it's just me. Well, that was just us three. There was him, and then it was just us three. I mean, what happened was that what made DDS so. I mean, you know, if you, he's amazing ideas. I mean, you know, anyone that knows him is that. Yeah, you know, graph wise, amazing. I mean, his pieces and stuff like that. He's very creative, but Sub was he was the one that basically brought everyone in. So he was out there like because you had quite a lot of a crossover from the 90s. I mean, he like Diet, for example. You know what I mean? Stacks.
Old Tight,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, they were all the Titans at that time. He brought in, you know, I mean, it was some new one like Keds and Irish.
Irish,
You
bro.
remember Irish,
Yeah, of
right,
course,
yeah,
yeah.
no, lovely guy. And you know, who else? Trying to think now, because obviously, you know, Zom. Trying to think, Teach.
Yeah.
I remember meeting Teach, man, for the first time. Because they were MTS guys, you know. I remember that meeting him. West Ham. I think it's West Ham, and I was having a real hissy fit. And I was like, we met Teach, and I was just like, I remember going to a meeting, and I was like, I want to go home. I'm going home. Because I was just tired. I used to be a right little bitch. I probably still am. And the thing is, and I was like, I'm going to go home. And I kind of tried to go home. And then no trains. And I don't know how I managed to do it. I never had mobile phones, and I'm not sure. But managed to meet them up again. And I had the shittest paint. It's cycle style stuff. I'd raised it from Halfords. It was a fucking
I remember
worst.
that stuff.
It is. Seriously, I could piss thicker than that stuff. And bombing. And I think going through West Ham Station. And writing Arsenal all over it. I mean, that's how shit.
Oh my God, that's how much of a mood you were in.
Yeah, I was in the mood, but as well, it's like, I can't even bother to bomb with it. It's like writing Arsenal. And yeah, but that first time seeing him. So, but the thing was with DDS, and it's a Sub. He just put together this man. You know, it was. They were all in their own rights. Do you know what I mean? Legends already. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But most
It
of
just
them
suddenly become like the
brilliant. Oh, man.
Yeah, the
You know,
game.
remember sitting there at his house, and he'd have, you know, he'd have a room full of you know, people, because there was between Sub's house, Teacher's house, and then a little bit later, Pabs, and it was Pabs and Tika's place, I think. I know, and he was living there as well. Petro, you know.
Jeez, that's a name I hadn't heard for a while.
Yeah, man, because he was living in that house as well. So you had these three houses, which were basically there, and that was DDS really.
Wow.
You know, as time went on, and so you had all these kind of North London, West London. Well, yeah, 2 North London ones, and so that's pretty much we used to bounce between, and
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I've never heard the story of how it all began. That's fucking
Yeah,
genius.
man. Yeah. But yeah, he's coming. Yeah, man. He's just got this idea. It's
Well,
funny.
what happened to Irish? What happened to those kind of more like
Life, innit? I think Irish. From what I gather, I mean, with Irish, I think he's a lorry driver, and he ended up getting a girlfriend or wife, whatever, and just life, innit?
Strange shit.
That's what happens with a lot of with Graff. You grow up,
Yeah.
and you end up moving on, don't you? You know what I mean? It's like you have kids and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and
Do you have kids?
nah, man.
No.
That's why I still got my hair.
Me too.
I love, no, I can't see that happening.
No,
man.
no, I
Seriously.
agree too. I'm not really that kind of guy. I mean, there is probably share something very relatable in this respect. Is like no matter what medium you work with or what your stick is, what you're into. One thing's for sure: if you let life, the usual life stuff, consume you,
Yeah.
something suffers creatively.
Yeah.
Something suffers.
Yeah, well, but sometimes it depends. I mean, I suppose there's always an option, but whether or not you feel it's available to you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah, I do.
it's a tough one, man. Sometimes you just totally, man. I've had that myself with and work's one that we have work and family, but work is a major one. Sometimes you just have to earn money.
Yeah. Family's another one as well.
Yeah,
First,
family's more fun than work. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully it's saying that, not always, but
Yeah. What do your
it-
family think of your kind of the career path, like what you've achieved? Because in my mind, it's achievement.
What
With writing, yeah. Like,
uh,
what's
it's just a fucking. It's they just laugh at it. My mum, one of the funniest things she said when we moved from Tufnell Park up to Whetstone, and she goes, this is quite a few years later. She goes, "You turned Whetstone into Tufnell Park." She goes, you know, right? 72s everywhere. And it's funny because next door, they basically demolished all these houses. There's all these green, and it was just like Tufnell Park because they'd been knocking down the flats over the road. All these green boards. And I blitzed it, man. The high road and all that.
That's amazing.
You made it look like. And I just had to laugh. I was just like, well, don't get ideas above your station, love. You know what I mean? So it was funny. I always remember. And she bless her. She accepts it, but I think like any parent does, they just don't. They're like, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So nowadays, especially the way I think a lot of the media accept it, but I also think some of the people behind the scenes of media also recognises graffiti being an inspiration of theirs, street culture being an inspiration of theirs, right?
See, you've got street art, graffiti, as in the artistic side of stuff, Then you've got the vandalism side where most people would just go, no, man, tags. And the thing is, with me, I love tags. But don't get me wrong. I mean, you have to do it for a while before you start getting a decent hand style and a tag looks good. Because when you start off, I mean, I still fucking do terrible tags, but it's kind of like I love that. Get someone who's got a great tag, man. I like that as much as a good piece.
What's the technique to a great tag?
You're asking the wrong person.
But you've seen them, though.
Yeah.
Like, so what's your take?
It's a flow, isn't it? I suppose at the end of the day, it's very much like a piece. At the end of the day, it's like a signature. It's just that's you. And you've taken the time to perfect it, make it yours, and make it. I don't know, man. I mean, like I always remember this old some of my favourite tags. I'm just trying to think now. Like there's an old tag back in the day, Fury. And
FRUI.
FRUI, yeah. FURY. And he's got these fucking massive things, but he had a beautiful handstyle. Shoe 2.
Shoe 2 has a bang.
Beautiful, man. I mean, you get certain people that just, they've just got this flow. Amazing, And actually, Stacks. He used to have everything he done was slow. You'd do a piece, you'd be waiting for an hour for him to come out the yard, but he just he'd have this flow and he'd do it so exact. It's man, okay.
Time is a beautiful.
If you got it, but it's the thing with a tag, and that's the thing. Sometimes it's that mix between shit. This is hot. I want to get it out the way quick. I don't want to get nicked, or to take your time and execute it correctly. And that's the thing, you know.
Under
But stop
pressure.
saying that. Some people are fucking quick and it's good.
And they smash it,
you know,
yeah.
yeah. So there's maybe I'm just too fucking. I'm too slow and stupid.
No, but technique at any situation is key, isn't it? Like, you can kind of tell. I mean, I'm just purely an observer, but there's certainly something to be said about like when you can check the maneuver of a person when they're doing a tag, when they've done a tag, and you see how quickly they've done it. You can almost tell like what situation they were in almost sometimes by the way they, you know, sign off almost.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Mean does a good tag as well.
Mean does a blinder.
Yeah. Zombie does nice. Got a very straight, quick style. There's certain people, man. Teach. You've got a lovely flow. Do you know what I mean?
I love the way his style's
man.
gone now. I love his direction of style. Like it's kind of like he's definitely the forerunner alongside maybe that ATG.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a real kind of naivety would be underplaying it, but there's a real kind of sense of space and it's like one colour's real kind of decisive actions.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I kind of like, there's a lot of that going on, and Teach is definitely a forerunner of that,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, man.
I do love
Definitely. You know, he definitely got his own style, his stuff he's doing and stuff. Nice to see him still doing stuff. And, you know, he's another constant. He's from when he started, you know, and constants. He just carried on. Yeah. Nice.
And with nowadays, I suppose, with the paint's been what they are. I mean, we talk about fucking car plan and the old Halford bollocks and stuff. You know, the only things really. I mean, not that I'm in any way, shape or form being able to talk from experience, but you must have seen a huge leap from.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, I mean, with them days, you'd know certain cans that were good. It's weird, man. With Plasticoat, with Car Plan, it's weird. It wasn't a constant because you'd know. Fucking this brown was good. You'd have a green that was like piss. It's really weird. Same company, same fucking thing. We think it's the same company, right? But then you know, forest green. It's a certain kind of.
Comes out water.
High pressure and piss. And then you get another one. It's low pressure, and you'd be like a thick paint, and you'd be like, okay. So you'd have to kind of navigate through different paints. I mean, my favourite paint. Well, you know, if you get it with belt on back in the day for colours and stuff like that. I mean, it depends what you was doing. I mean, I could never get hold of bunts. I mean, I always say bunts were for the fortunate. You know, you go out there and nick it and whatever.
There's a 4-star general shop in Camden. Do you remember that?
I remember that General George.
Yeah.
No, you know it makes me laugh. Now, if you go there, it's the subway.
The subway.
Yeah? So what I do is I shout through the door. I go, "Have you got the 4-foot General George?" I always go shout. They look at you like, "What the fuck?" I just find it funny. Anyway. So if anyone out there wants to go past there, just shout in, "I want the 4-foot General George," because it's only short, right?
He used to have the gear. He used to have everything. Like total don.
I bought a mixer off of him. He was like the Arthur Daly of hip hop. Do you know what I mean? He was. He always had shit, man.
Yeah.
He'd buy it out, gooses, everything, man.
Everything.
Yeah.
Literally,
That guy, man.
Yeah.
He's got to be still about selling shit, man.
I wonder.
So either
what
that,
happened
he's
to
got
him.
a serious fucking meth habit. Maybe I don't know what happened.
Maybe that he's on eBay.
Yeah,
He's taken all of his stock onto eBay.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope he's
right,
doing. I hope he hasn't got the meth habit.
But you've known loads of writers in your time, haven't you? I mean, you still do. It's still highly regarded. And this episode continues over on your favourite podcast platform. Don't forget to subscribe to us.